What's happening, YouTube? Server1212 is back with some more R.E.K.R shenanigans. Don't know how many of you guessed it right, but my favorite dragon deck is most definitely Red-Eyes, despite me hating the Red-Eyes Fusion Protect the Tower playstyle. But, yeah, I think I broke it. Like, I shit you not, this deck is absurdly good. Like, I have like a stomping anything meta broken field. You think Spirals make broken fields? They don't got shit on this deck. What you gonna do? Make Tri-Gate Sleeper? That's cute. No, we completely just lock you down with everything, and it's like, so the big issue with my last deck was that it's a whole bunch of like 3-card combos, which made it kind of inconsistent. The issue with this deck is it's like mostly 2-card combos, and I'm like, okay, so I got pretty good 2-card combos. So then after that, I just kind of chucked in a bunch of extenders. And for swag, I'm playing the Rockets because Rockets are dope and they're like top tier removal. And then as well as I'm playing a tiny kaiju engine for once again being pretty dope, and also give them a kaiju, then use Fanguid Chain and relinquish that shit back. But yeah, you guys will see what I'm talking about when I get into the replays. This is like the fastest Red Eyes deck like ever. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure I could be doing better combos. I'm not really good with link spamming like that. Like, I kind of had to like teach myself how to do it. Like, I made like a deck and just kind of like went into like land mode and do it against myself for like hours, getting good with like learning combos and stuff. And once I was satisfied with what I was putting out, I'm like, okay, yeah, now I can start like making the deck. But anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the deck profile. I got 2 Red-Eyes Black Dragon and 1 Labradorite Dragon. These are the mandatory garnets. Usually, I mean, they're not always garnets because Dragon Ravine can like dump them in the grave, and depending on my hand, it could be really, really good to draw into actually. And 2 Red-Eyes because I play Malefic Red-Eyes. Get that rank 7 out. I swear it makes sense when you see the replays. Anyways, Red-Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Yeah, I want him to 2, but he's cool at 1, I guess. Get a dragon back from the hand or graveyard. Epic. Gamecill. Meta attacks because he's a kaiju, and also Gamecill's a multi-negator that can't be tributed away via other kaiju, so that's pretty broken. And this deck, like, if you look at my extra deck, I'm playing fucking 4 Link 4s, so you could best believe I'm shitting out links like it's nobody's business. And we can start using just bring this guy out, or use Firewall to bring him out mid combo. If I bring him out with Firewall, I'm probably gonna win the game. Like, I haven't seen anybody break a field like that yet, even with Spear mode. At that point, I'll just flip Red Eyes, return it, and then bring everything back. Anyways, Malefic Dragon for once they get into those rank 7s, he's alternate combo strings. He's also a good backup option if they try if they like Ghost Ogre or like Effect Veiler my Meteor Burst Dragon. I'm like, okay, cool. Special summon Malefic from hand. Continue combo. We have 3 Destrudo. Destrudo's a great 3-of because it's a combo extender and a combo starter all at the same time. So yeah, it's excellent play at 3. He's not really inherently dead because he comes out from the hand or graveyard, which is great. 1 Supreme Gate Infinity, another card, which is kind of why I played 3 Destrudo. Because if I draw into this, it can be a Garnet, but if I draw into this for like any like Rocket or any normal summon monster, I still got my plays going. So that's also pretty cool. So it's not always dead. Then we got Rockets. These are probably the most dead cards in the deck, and even then they're not always dead because level 4 Dark Dragons, which means I get access to Twin Triangle Dragon. With Black Metal, I can still like go off with combos, and that's one of the big combos with Supreme King Darkworm, which is the next card. He hits the field, it gets my Gate Infinity, and I'm able to go off into like a combo that's like the Labradorite Dragon's purpose is for that combo because it's so stupid. What else do we have? Also, the reason I'm playing the Gate Infinity as opposed to the other Gate 0, because Gate Infinity is a scale 13. So, the best like idea is to like get into your Galaxy Tomahawk without using Destrudo, but most of the time I use Destrudo. But if I don't use Destrudo, my field's gonna be obnoxiously broken. And sometimes even if I do use Destrudo, I can still get out a pretty obnoxious board past what is already obnoxious. But yeah, so basically if I draw into him and then like Destrudo and like Red Eyes, I was like, okay, cool. I'll just make the Pendulum Scale and then just special out the Red Eyes and Destrudo and then go for my rank 7 play from there. So I have my live Destrudo engraved to like continue going off after I get my board set up to get like protection from evenly matched or whatever. Next we have 1 super hard Garnet Destroy Mirror Ibly. It's annoying. It's not a super hard Garnet. I can still like make Skull Dread and Griffin with this card, which is still a pretty decent soft lock. I can specialist to the zone. Skull Dread points to stop my opponent from putting monsters there. But that's not too obnoxiously strong, but it's still pretty useful. And if I Skull Dread, I'm probably gonna draw into like interruptions and stuff. So it does what it does. And then we have triple Black Metal Dragon. If you draw this card, I pretty much guarantee you're gonna win that game. It's so broken. Like if you look at the effect, Get to add a Red-Eyes card, not spell, not trap, not monster, just Red-Eyes card, period, from that deck to your hand. And on top of that, this boy ain't once per turn, so like, can you say recycle? Anyways, we got 2 Effect Veiler. Missed my hand trap of choice in the main deck because, you know, gotta stop that Asoldi from going off in Gookies and other stuff for their big combos. And even then, like, if I'm going second, I'm just gonna side in another Kaiju. So I have Gamma Steel plus Waterfront and another Kaiju to break boards relatively easily. Yeah, like, and also, this deck is relatively good at playing through disruptions. So oftentimes, if you can just make it to your Black Rose and, like, wipe the field, especially if you get to it without normal summoning, then you're straight. But after that point, you can just bring out Black Metal, go to Link Rebuild, get your Darkness Metal, and then play Protect the Tower with Darkness Metal. As your opponent is, like, top decking to deal with Fang with Chain and, like, stuff like that. We have a 1-for-1. Once again, gotta get to that Black Metal Dragon because he's stupid. Triple Dragon Shrine because Supreme King Darkworm, Destrudo, and also gotta get to that Black Metal Dragon because he's stupid. If I got him in the grave or in hand, and like I have access to my ring 7, the hand is broken. We have triple Terraforming. You gotta get to Dragon Ravine once again for Darkworm, Destrudo, Black Metal, and also Kyoto Waterfront as well. Play him as a 1-up because you know how World Chalice does like the Gamma Soul Turbo. This deck can do it as well. But it's not like the big focus of it. Like, if we don't get Gamma Soul out on the field, we're still gonna like drop a stupid board on you that's gonna be hard to break regardless. Next we have 1 Foolish Burial, another way to get Destrudo and Dark One to the grave, and it's also pretty good for getting this guy to the grave, or if I want to send a rocket to revive with him and then shoot off a Borlo, that's also pretty useful. Monster Reborn for more recursion. Is Monster Reborn is over like Return of the Dragon Lords or whatever because Darkness Metal. Ironic, like I'm playing a dragon-based deck without any Return to the Dragon Lords or Silver Cry because number 1, Red-Eyes recur themselves inherently thanks to Red-Eye Spirit because that brings out this guy and he brings out another dragon. And then Monster Reborn is just a nice 1-up to also bring back Red-Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon to reset my whole field. And then yeah, Red-Eyes Insight. This reason I play this card at 1, like number 1, I'm not playing Red-Eyes Fusion, so I don't need 6 Red-Eyes Fusions because that card is terror bad. It's like, it's sure you get the fusion coming from the deck, but they ash it, good game for your turn. But you're gonna do set pass, it kind of sucks. So yeah, just 1 Red-Eyes Insight. And basically, if I draw into like Red-Eyes Insight and a Red-Eyes Spell and Trap, I could just use Red-Eyes Insight, send Darkness Metal, search the trap I'm missing, then set my cards, and then special Darkness Metal with Spirit, and then activate Fang with Chain and have at least some type of disruption on my opponent's turn. Moving on down the line, double Call About the Grave, because this deck is a heavy combo deck, so we like to get our combos, but we have alternative routes to get there through hand traps or alternative plays. So it's not necessary to play 3. If you want to go, if you're going first in the set, then you can like side deck the 3rd one in. 2 Quick Revolve for my Rockets. It's just a play extender essentially. If I draw into this, I'm like, oh okay, cool. I'm probably just gonna drop a Borload and then should fill it up with a Rocket the next turn. And like Borload and Darkness Metal have a cool synergy together. You can use like, the reason I'm only playing 2 Rockets, I don't need any more to float into. I don't need any more Garnets. But yeah, you just like have Borload, use his effect, shoot a Rocket off. Alright, cool, Rocket floats. Or if Rocket doesn't have any more to float with, just like next turn on your turn, Red-Eyes Darkness Metal, bring back a Rocket, Borload, shoot, kill another monster. It's great. Or back row as well. I'm just playing 1 Auto Rocket Dragon. Because Altergeist matchup gotta clear all their back row. I don't main deck any back row destruction outside of this guy. Most of the time I just play through it like a man. Oh yeah, I actually had 1 replay. I played through an Ogre, a Solemn Strike, and the compulsory Altergeist guy, and still ended on like 4 disruptions because I'm an asshole. Yeah, anyway, we have 1 set rotation for getting to the Dragon Ravine faster, and also getting Kyoto Waterfront as well. Basically, it's like another way to search out our field spells, which are really useful in this deck. Then we have the 1-Ls Red-Eye Spirit and Red-Eyes Fang with Chain. Red-Eye Spirit brings back Darkness Metal, or brings back regular Red-Eyes if you want to go for like the finish and kill and Fang with Chain. And onto the extra deck, we play 1 Odd-Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Use him, bring out your scale. Excuse me. Bring out the scale, go into Galaxy Tomahawk, and then go off from there. 1 Black Rose Dragon because sometimes you gotta say goodbye to the cruel world and just nuke the field. 1 F.A. Don Draxter because it is a Shein, basically. A Shein on wheels. He just negates spell and traps. Protects your board from evenlies, which is like his biggest use, mostly. Just keeping faith from evenly matched. Otherwise, you're not really breaking the board. And also, sometimes he's pretty useful versus Sky Strikers. So I can like stop them from like using that card that pops a monster and then a spell and trap or whatever. Just helps me deal with that nonsense. Then we have 1 Galaxy Tomahawk because, you know, gotta stick to the game plan, get him out, make them combos. Shoutouts to Trift. Borload Dragon for the Rockets and also for top tier removal going second. Sorry, Yuja for drawing cards and bringing out Gamma Steel if I want to go with that play route. Firewall Dragon for being broken. Troymere Griffin for also being broken. I'm running like 4 Link 4s. This is hilarious to me, and then the extra is so tight. One Torment Phoenix because he pops back row, which is pretty useful because I don't really have much back row removal. I mean, I already have a lot of monster removal between the Rockets, the Kaijus, and the Fang with Chains. I don't really need the other monster removal guy like that, so I just prefer the back row one, which is why I chose for Phoenix. Cleaveport Genius is mandatory for the Galaxy Helmet combos. Same with Proxy Dragon, and also Proxy Dragon can protect your board if you want to end on him sometimes. Twin Triangle Dragon is part of the super combo, or one of the super combos. I mean, shit, yeah. Torment Mermaid gets you out Ibly to be a douchebag on your opponent's side of the field. And it's just it points down, covers your fireball, so you can't like link up with it while you have Griffin on the field. Link Spider, part of going for Saryuja, or once again to cover your firewalls like top arrow. And Link Karibo once again covers firewalls top arrow, and used with Black Metal Dragon, distribute off, go to Link Karibo, get a free search. Pretty cool. Down to the extra deck, I'm maining another Kaiju. I chose Radiant because why not? Because I'm maining Waterfront, I don't want to give my opponent a Kaiju that can actually like wreck me. So Radiant is probably the best option, being 2800. I mean, I can crash it if I need to, and then all he does is like bring out another big Radiant token. So if I put him on my side of the field, I can just go for an OTK with him. But yeah, that's his purpose is triple spell canceller because I freaking hate Sky Strikers. Like, oh my gosh, I've been seeing that deck so much. It's been such a pain. So like, I was playing a match versus Trick Strikers, and I think they won the first game because they had like 4 hand traps. I got hit with like a Ghost Ogre and Ash, and then they Infect Veiler and my Meteor Burst, and I'm like, okay, cool. Then on their turn, they just activate the field spell or then 1 off, and I'm like, well, alright. And then you just got reincarnated and burned free game because, you know, fun. So I mean, triple spell cancel and Imperial Order, so like, alright, come at me. Like, legit in that matchup, what I would do is, I will legit just go for Saryuja, use a big effect to try to draw into one of these, and then special them out. And then from that point, yeah, have fun. Good luck playing. Moving on from him, we have 2 Ghost Ogres, mostly for Ultra guys, because I can pop their continuous traps if they try to use their stuff, which is really useful, because Effect Veiler doesn't do anything in that matchup. The third Effect Veiler, and if I like really need him going second versus like Cookies or something. Like, this deck doesn't really need hand traps like that because people who make big 1-second boards, they always run the risk of running into one of your Kaijus. I mean, you can drop a Destroyer for another Kaiju if you really want to. It won't really hurt the deck too much, but I just prefer 1 Gambit Seal on the other side of the other Kaiju. And I play 1 Galaxy Cyclone and 2 Twin Twisters. Galaxy Cyclone removes douchebag things like Imperial Order. Like, if you discard this to the grave with like Tremor Phoenix or whatever, you can just banish from the grave to pop Imperial Order because it's not on the field anymore, so it can't be negated. I made the 3rd Carl by the grave in case I like going against Trickstars. I'm about to deal with like hailstorm of fan traps. Then 2 Twin Twisters once again for clearing out back row. Imperial Order because fuck Sky Strikers, and then triple red reboot because yeah, fuck Ultra guys. Ironically, like, this deck has a really good matchup against Ultra guys, and I really can't pinpoint why. I know Borload is a pain in the ass to deal with because they can't Silent Strike his effect to reduce attack and shoot off a rocket, and also they can't really get rid of it without targeting. And then Red Reboot kind of like stops all their back row from doing stuff, and then the deck is really sturdy, so I can like play through their back row. And Red-Eyes inherently live a long time because they're like really focused on recursion, so I can kind of grind out with them if I need to, despite this not really being a deck designed around grind. But that's the main deck. If the Rockets or Kaiju don't really suit you like that, there are also other options you can play in the deck. For example, you could play the King of D and Dragon River Rhapsody. They offer more recursion and alternative play if you get hand trapped, which is pretty good. But at the same time, Rival Rhapsody was a very, very annoying Garnet to draw into, given that you only play King of D to work with it. I mean, you could like put a Cosmic Magician in the extra deck, but the extra deck is already tight as is. We're playing 4 Link Force for crying out loud, so they don't have the space for that. And also, King of D was very 3 and 4 card combo oriented, like out the door, like King of D, Dragon Shrine, and then a Spell and Trap card, or King of D, Red-Eyes with Destrudo, and then Dragon Ravine, and then another Spell and Trap card so I can get Rhapsody in hand if I didn't draw into it, which was kind of bricky for me. I didn't really like it like that, so I just dropped it for the Monster Reborn, and then another card, and that suited me a lot better. But you can play that set out if you feel like it. You can also play the Red-Eyes Fusion engine if you want to. With the Phantom Knights, this is pretty good because Fusion gets you the big boss monster, then a Phoenix Chain to go with it, and whatever hand traps or like back row you play. But like I said, I don't like to protect the castle style. It's really boring, it's really slow, and it loses to Ash, so not really worth playing for me. Then if you want to run Floodgates as well, because like I guess like some of the sometimes you won't be going for like huge link plays. Sometimes you'll just like make Saryuja and draw out the whole bunch of disruption and then kind of like mess with your opponent like that. So you can like you can main deck more floodgates to draw into, as opposed to having the Rockets there or the Kaiju. But I do that like I hardly ever do that. Like only time I really want to do that if I'm going against like a deck that loses the spell canceller in Imperial Order. That would be like the only time I'll actually like, okay, let me go ahead and bring out this card so I win. Or if I'm about to bring out Gamecill, but like I don't really. If I'm bringing out Gamecill, I'm gonna try to get out my Red-Eye stuff as well, so I can have protection for Gamecill on top of that. And then lastly, you can also play other Rockets. A lot of the Rockets are kind of like the other two Rockets are mediocre. Shell Rocket is kind of like rough in this deck because it floods the field so hard where you won't be able to like put Rockets where you want them to, instead of like playing Protector Castle, Borreload or whatever. Kind of like a whole bunch of shit on the field. Like if you saw from like as you'll see in replays, I'll have like Darkness Meadow Dragon, Firewall, Borreload, and like a Dawn Dragster or a fucking Gamecill all on the field at once. So I only have like one spare spot to put a Rocket. So Magna Rocket, Nesta Rocket, and Auto Rocket are definitely the best choices. You can like side deck Nesta Rocket if you wanted to for the like a matchup like Goki. And Goki, you're gonna want to keep the Rockets in because they kind of keep clearing. They help with clearing the boards and if you're going first as well, they give you like this gives you an additional monster negate with Borreload, which is more useful than like having auto record destroying spell and trap cards. But yeah, and going second, I normally like side the Rockets out and just like load up with hand traps, because I'm not really gonna need them like that, unless I'm playing against something like Spirals, and I'll keep the Rockets in case I'm gonna clear the board extra hard. But yeah, the deck has about 8 pivot positions for side deck cards. I have the 2 hand traps and the 2 called by the graves. And then I have the 4 Rockets, and then Kaijus as well if you really feel like taking those out. But Gamecill is broken in every matchup, so I really see no reason to take it out. And then extra deck options, you can play 1 Flare Metal Dragon over the Black Rose if you want to. But the thing about it is, every time I was like reviving a dragon or coming for a comeback play, I'm not about to revive a vanilla Red Eyes or a level 7 for a Flare Metal. Number one, I rarely have more than 1 Red Eyes in grave at a time, so I won't really be able to use this effect to revive a Red Eyes, which kind of like already kind of kicks idea to the curb. And on top of that, if I'm reviving them with Darkness Metal, I'm going to revive a freaking Meteor Burst Dragon and try to attack for game, or I'm going to go ahead and revive that Borreload Dragon and like give you the middle finger, like, oh, you removed it, do it again now. And then you can also play the Fusion as well. Black Eyes Comet Dragon, because you play Labradorite, so you can use Red Eyes Fusion instead of Labradorite and then try to go off later with it. But like I said, that's really slow. And then you can play Red Eyes / Dragon as well to operate with the Phantom Knights to get that free Phoenix Chain alongside untargetable sometimes monster. But like I said, really slow, really boring, not a fan of it. Also, I want to apologize in advance for the replays. You're going to see a lot of like, it was so hard getting replay with this deck because they'll see Galaxy Tomahawk and Rage Quit, or they'll just see the field I put down and be like, alright, deuces. Like I said, this deck drops broken fields like it's nobody's business. But for those non-believers who think it's just a brick fest, I'm going to do a few test stands to like kind of show like, yeah, it's like pretty consistent. It's like 85 to 80% consistent. I'll give it like that. Also, I have an OCG build as well. I'm going to show you that. It kind of just drops, replaces the terraformings with the set rotation, and then you're golden. Anyways, yeah. Also the name R.E.K.R, Red-Eyes+Kaiju+Rokkets, and it kind of just wrecks shop, so I kind of like it. Anyways, we'll go ahead and do a test hand. Let's see what we got. Yeah, this hand's broken. This hand's actually broken. You got the Kyoto Waterfront, you got Black Metal Dragon, and then you got Dragon Ravine. You're gonna end on like Gamecill plus Troymare Griffin plus Firewall plus Red Eyes Darkness Metal with Fangwood Chain set. Easy. This hand's also broken. You got the Kyoto Waterfront, Supreme King Dragon, and Dark Worm. You're gonna end on Saryuja. You're gonna end on what are you gonna end on? You're gonna end on Saryuja plus Gamecill. And depending on what you draw into, you might have some more Red Eye stuff set up. If you draw into one of your Black Metal Dragons, you can have some Red Eye stuff set down with it as well. Because you have this, so you can like send Darkness Metal and then set the Red Eye Spirit. So yeah, hand's also broken. So that's 2 out of 2. Yeah, this hand is also broken. You're gonna end on Darkness Metal, Firewall Dragon, Troymare Griffin, and a Link Karibo covering the Firewall Dragon, and a Fangwood Chain set as well. So no monster effects. They try to bring out something that can be an asshole, just Fangwood Chain it away, and then if they try to attack over your Troymare Griffin, just protect it with Link Karibo. So have fun breaking that. Yeah, I guess I'll do one more for the hell of it. Yeah, I mean it's not broken, but not mad by any means, because you have access to your quick revolve, you have this card in hand, so you can end on what's the name? Get used, Dragon Ravine, send that to the graveyard, get out your Destrudo, go into your Saryuja, try to fix your hand and draw into like hand traps or your Red-Eyes. Because if you draw into a Black Metal Dragon or any hand traps, you should be set. Because you can set up your Fangwood Chain with Red-Eyes Darkness Metal, plus your Call by the Grave set or your Ifrit Pillars in hand. So yeah, not that bad of a hand. But yeah, so pretty much proved my point there by showing like I think was like 3 broken hands and 1 okay hand. Kind of showed what the deck can do. But you'll see the full power of nonsense in the replays. But yeah, let's get into them.
this day. Baby, put a smell on you. Put a smell on you. Put a smell on you. Yes. 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 The thrill is gone. 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 Change your heart. Look around you. Change your heart. Look around you. Like the sunshine, like the sunshine. Change your heart. I need your loving. Look around you. Like the sunshine, like the sunshine. Change your heart. I need your loving. Look around you. Like the sunshine, like the change your heart. Look around you. Change your heart. Look around you. Like the sunshine, like the sunshine. Change your heart. I need your loving. Look around you. Like the sunshine, like the sunshine. Change your heart. Look around you. Like the sunshine, like the change your heart. Look around you. Change your heart. It will astound you. I need your loving.
When your guns go pow pow.
have it. You got to see Red Eyes put in way more work than they should have any right to, which is pretty cool. You saw how consistent the deck is. I did like 4 test stands, and all of them were playable, if not broken. So yeah, next deck I'm working on, no idea. No idea at all. I've been playing this deck so much and just been tweaking it, trying to get it like perfect. But yeah, who knows what I'll come up with next. Until then, see you guys later. Server on 1, 2, and 2's signing out.